Here inside the Q, Cavs a winner tonight, 8-0 at home here at the Q. 117-103 against the Orlando Magic. Chris Fedor, Joe Vardon, Chris Haynes to recap this one. And the big story from tonight's game has to be Kevin Love. He finishes with 34 points. That's his high point total since joining the Cavaliers. He had 17 straight points at one point in the second quarter, Chris. We're starting to see the Minnesota Kevin Love here for the Cavs, something that they expected to get when they made the blockbuster trade last offseason.
And it was good to see. We've seen it in spurts last season. This game in particular, he had the full arsenal going. Second quarter, when the team was kind of, Orlando Magic, they had the momentum. They clearly had the momentum. Kevin Love got off 20 points in that second quarter, 17 straight. I didn't know that. 17 straight points in the quarter. But you look at how he got the points. Start off in the post, getting his rhythm established down there. Then LeBron James went out of his way to make sure he looked for him and found him on those penetrating drives and knocked down that three-point shot. He shot it with confidence, and that's the type of Kevin Love that everybody was expecting to see. And I wrote in my gamer that it was probably the most comfortable I've seen him in a Cavaliers uniform all year. It was good to see.
Joe, LeBron James has called him the focal point. You have scoffed at that. You have written about that not being the case. Tonight he was the focal point, and LeBron even said that they were trying to feed him when he started to get it going as well.
Yeah, well, I mean, David mentioned in his post-game comments that they had a mismatch there. Tobias Harris isn't a very good matchup for Kevin, and they proved that. And LeBron is smart enough to know, when to find the mismatch, and so they exploited it. The thing for me is it wasn't just that Kevin was the leading scorer. I mean, you had J.R. Smith next. He had 26. That's crazy. And then Matthew Dellavedova tied LeBron with 15 points. And my point is they're now down 4 starters. And so you're thinking the burden is just going to be incredible upon LeBron to save this team until everybody gets healthy. And the last 2 nights, he's been a contributor. He's been making things move, but Kevin's filling in and Delly and JR, and it speaks to the incredible depth of this team, which was the plan all along.
It was the plan, and it showed up last year that they didn't have enough depth, and they even mentioned it. They said, hey, we put way too much offensively and defensively on LeBron. We have to go out in the offseason. We have to remedy that. And they bring back their entire core. They add Mo Williams. They add Richard Jefferson. But I think the development of Matthew Dellavedova, Chris, I mean, it's a storyline that has been going since the beginning of the season. If this was last year and Kyrie's out and somebody else is out and the Cavs have to go to Delhi to run the show, it wasn't going as well for the Cavs, but he has taken his game to another level.
He has, and I think why that is the case, you have to give Coach Black credit because he put him out there on the court. A lot of guys, look, Dellavedova coming into this league was a fringe NBA player. And a lot of times, if you don't have a coach that believes in you and push you out on the floor, that helps you gain confidence, lets you have some success, and then rewards you with playing time, that enables you to go out there and be able to step your game out. So he did that last year. Coach Black gave him the resources to go out there and play, had some success, went to the summer, expanded upon his game, and right now, he's not a fringe player anymore.
Right.
He's a bona fide NBA player. And that says volumes to Coach Black and also the work ethic of Matthew Dellavedova.
15 points for Delly, 9 assists, 0 turnovers. Joe, before we get out of here, LeBron, another milestone. It seems like every single night that LeBron plays, it's another milestone. This time, him and Oscar Robertson, the only 2 to be top 25 in NBA history in points and assists, and LeBron did it on a night where he had 13 helpers.
Yeah, and LeBron spoke very eloquently afterwards, and it's what I'll be writing about. Speaking about comparisons in this league, more than any other among professional sports is really you get into who was better. He said, is it Michael or LeBron, or is it Oscar or Magic?
Right.
And he said that we shouldn't do that. That you should appreciate each player individually for his greatness. But to be able to do that, to be top 25 all time in both points and assists, obviously is very rare. Only 2 people have done it, but it just speaks to the different kind of player and the history that we're witnessing with LeBron's rebirth here.
Cavs stay undefeated here at home, but they go on the road. Wednesday, Toronto, Friday in Charlotte, and then back here to the Q Saturday night against Brooklyn. 117-103 the final tonight against the Orlando Magic.